Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem Order the Crimson Arm 100% growth low turn count playthrough. This video will be tackling Chapter 4 and Chapter 4X. Chapter 4 begins with us recruiting Sven, a Wyvern Rider. You might think that he'll be the most important unit on the team, and he will be for a while, but he's not the most important in the long run. His combat stats are kinda shaky at base, and he has low luck. He also has low skill, so we have to get the secret book onto him somehow. He has to bait the boss over on turn 2, because it's a kill boss map in Fogapur. This is the only turn save I'm aware of that I don't go for in the entire playthrough. There may be more, but I'm just not aware of them. The reason that I don't go for this turn save is because it is ridiculously unreliable. We need to get a 3% crit during enemy phase without having good accuracy, and we need to get a lot of evades. The 3% crit gets us a steel axe, which we can use with Sven after he hits the boss with the hand axe to kill the boss. Sven burns RNs here because he needs to in order to survive. He moves to this tile, specifically, equips the hand axe. He is low-ish con, despite the fact that he uses axes. That's one thing worth mentioning. In Order the Crimson Arm, Wyvern Riders use axes instead of lances before promotion, and upon promotion, they get axes instead of swords. However, they still have the same caps as usual, depending on the gender. So, that's pretty nice, in terms of stats for Sven. That fighter above Sven is the fighter he would have needed to get a 3% crit in order to one-shot. As you can see, he only has 5 speed when using a hand axe, which is fairly low. There is a specific tile that we can put Sven on to be able to move and be safe next turn. However, he can't safely reach it. So we simply just give him as much experience as possible in this. Halen's level up here is inconsequential. She doesn't really do much after this map, if anything at all. However, what we do want her to do is move in a way that we're able to reveal this Armor Knight and one-round him with Alchemist. We're still trying to stuff experience into him and Camille, and they need to hit some specific stat benchmarks, Camille especially, very soon. The level up that Camille gets in this chapter is what enables a 2-turn of the next map. Camille moves to that tile so that she's able to bait out the boss. And we move in a very particular way in order to allow Alchemist to be rescue dropped. The 2-turn clear also misses out on getting a lot of experience for Alchemist and Camille because it was generally a 0% growth run, so they don't need levels as much as mine do. It also misses out on a little bit of lance experience and normal experience for Negu. Camille needs to kill all the enemies that attack her over the forest this turn, except for luck. She just needs to hit him. Sven is just barely able to survive this mercenary. We really, really want Alchemist to get experience in this, but unfortunately, I forgot to give him a javelin when I rescue dropped him. Or did I? No, I intentionally gave him the Heavy Spear. Oh, the Ironlands for the work as well. The Heavy Spear is their only armor effective weapon that we're going to be getting for a long time that can be used by anyone that isn't named Alchemist. Boleslav getting the kill there is, again, useful for weapon experience and normal experience. He needs to hit high stats, as I have stated multiple times. Negu unfortunately cannot use javelins because her base strength is kinda low. But luckily, she doesn't need to use a javelin here to kill the base lance rank rather. She doesn't need to use the javelin to kill this archer because Camille's able to. We want the steel axe. It doesn't give double weapon experience, but it is just a strong version of the iron axe. If we're able to get it. We also give Gerwolf some experience here. His base speed is so bad that even with a level up he can't double soldiers. The miss is actually intentional. We did it just that Sven is able to get up here and bonk the boss with an iron axe. Because his con is kind of low, he does get weighed down a little bit by the iron axe, but it doesn't matter. His base stats are pretty shaky, but we need them to get high, like really high, or most. We get a goddess icon here, but with that and the secret book, we'll be going to Sven. On to Chapter 4X. Chapter 4X is a guided map, one of the very few in this game. We get 4 new units in this chapter. Melia, a thief, Vlad, a hero, Wayland, one of the lords, and Elaine, a troubadour. Wayland has a personal weapon called a claymore. It's a sword that grants, it's a steel sword basically, that's slightly heavier, that grants +1 defense, +1 res, and is 5 crit. Vlad is a hero. He's very, very-ish, like, basis, and we never end up deploying him, I don't believe, after we get him back. There are 2 guiding chapters where Wayland is available. Wayland crit kills this guy. Wayland needs as much experience as possible. He also needs as much sword experience as possible. He needs S-rank swords, not just for reliability in the endgame, but also so that he's able to kill the final boss. Doesn't reach S-rank swords by the time we get to the final boss. We're unable to kill him. Luckily, it's not really an issue. Vlad moved up to bait enemies over. We could 2-turn this map by having Vlad one-shot the boss in an enemy phase using the hand axe, but we want the Earth Seal and the Energy Ring, which we're able to get in 3 turns. So long as Wayland hits the boss once. Wayland has very good, bases, which is unfortunate. His sword rank also matters in the short term. He needs to be able to use the light brand by chapter 15 for experience purposes. However, he will very easily hit it by then. We have Melia steal the Earth Seal. And we burn a couple errands of Vlad. The Energy Ring isn't going to be on our team forever, because Melia doesn't rejoin us immediately when the rest of the party does. We need Vlad to hit 1 of 2 hand axe hits, and then we give the Energy Ring to Elaine. I didn't talk much about Elaine, and it's because she doesn't really do much in this chapter. All she really does is rescue drop. However, she's very important in the long run. We let Wayland take the boss kill with the Iron Blade for doubled weapon experience and a level. You can tell from his bases that he's tanky, but not that fast. We need that to change. He still needs to be tanky, but he also needs good strength, skill, and speed. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time for chapters 5 and 6.